Billy Luna.
I left 10 minutes later. A fucking cab drove right through the place. Drove right through the fucking place. This is some crazy shit. They blame me. They blame me for everything. My favorite show ever is The Scent of a Woman. Al Pacino makes the greatest speech ever. Listen to the words. They should all listen to it.
You're building a rat ship here. A vessel for seagoing snitches. I'd take a flamethrower to this place.
Saquon Barkley is a beast.
He's a 3 down back. He's a 3 down back. He can catch him. He's good.
Quadzilla.
Yeah, he's good. He's an animal. That's our man Danny's boy.
It's funny, Joey, when you look at this shit, the NFL, all the professional sports are so involved. Back in the day, you'd have to go to a book room to do that. And people are doing time. Times have changed, you know?
Yeah. Times have changed. Everything my family and me went to jail for is legal.
Please subscribe to the Billy Luna channel and like the video. Thank you.
They can talk all the shit they want. They're dying to be us. That's what killed them.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Before the beginning of the NFL football season, I was a guest on the Skinny Podcast with Joey Merlino and Lil Snuff. We busted balls and talked about various sports and mafia rats. Of course, we also talked football, as this was right before the beginning of the NFL season. Whilst rapping with Skinny Joey Merlino and Lil Snuff, I made a bold prediction about how Aaron Rodgers would fare in the upcoming NFL season in his highly anticipated role as a New York Jets quarterback. First, I'm going to show you parts of that show again, and then I'm going to give you updated information and commentary on the topics. So stay tuned until the end. Let me know what you think about all of these topics in the comments. Last Saturday, I had the pleasure of meeting and partying with Joe Merlino, Lil Snuff, and their crew in Southern Cali. It was an absolute blast. Amazing stories and great fun was had. The next day, we hit the gorgeous racetrack in Del Mar, Cali. Fantastic trip. We have a bunch of big things in the works, so stay tuned and make sure that you join the Skinny channel and their Patreon. As always, the links are in the description of this video. Today's presentation is a reaction video with bonus mini documentaries of a few segments from when I hopped on the Skinny with Joe and Snuff. But stay tuned until the end of the video because I'm going to add to and qualify a couple of things that I said on the Skinny.
I'm gonna be the last one standing tall.
Skinny with Joey Merlino.
Here we go. Billy Luna's here. I'm going to add him to the stage.
What's up, Cousins?
What's up, Cousins?
How's it going?
Good. How you making out?
Good. It's out here another day in paradise, California. Looking forward to you guys coming out here and starting a new phase, taking on Hollywood, taking over Hollywood.
Yeah.
We're going to take it over. Yeah, we'll be out there.
You guys are talking about everybody else talking about you. That's all they can talk about is you because they're just riding your coattails. And it's like, they seem like there's like a syndrome with this. I've gone over many times where they're like, they reach out, like, Michael Franzese, Sammy the Bull, all these guys reach out to you. And it's like, they want to be on your show. They want you to be on their show. They want to have like cocktails with you, but then you slap them down and you say, I don't entertain lying rats. And then all of a sudden, whoa. Now you're not a good guy. They don't like you anymore.
Yeah, they're all hypocrites.
They are.
Joey Merlino. I think he's a good guy. If he ever wanted to come on my platform and talk with me, he's got an open invitation.
But there is a guy that I'm going to speak about today, and I'm going to speak about him in a good way, only because he recently came on YouTube. Many of you who follow me know who he is. His name is Joey Merlino. Nice guy, real deal, very well-respected guy, and a guy that I've respected from afar. But I recently watched his YouTube channel. He's just come on. He's talking about sports, and it was very interesting, very good, and I think people should tune in. I think you're going to like it. Joey's a very well-spoken guy, and I think you're going to enjoy his YouTube channel. So I tuned in when I heard that he was on, and it was amazing. I think you're going to enjoy his podcast. He knows a lot, obviously, about sports. I don't know if he's going to talk about anything else. That's up to him. But welcome aboard, Joey. I hope you do well. And maybe when I'm down in Florida, we'll get to say hello one day.
Franzese, Sammy the Bull. Oh, I don't even know. Sicali, whatever. That fat kid, Ruggiero, whatever the fuck his name. He said they changed their life. That's what they say. Yeah, they changed their life when the handcuffs went on them. You're a rat. You know you're a rat. Like same thing with Sammy the Bull. Listen, do me a favor, all you rat motherfuckers. Do not invite me on your show. You're insulting me. I wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire. Leave my name out of your mouth and go about your own business. Use all. I'm done with you. And Michael Franzese, you said you didn't cooperate, huh? Well, I got something for you, my man. You didn't cooperate. You ratted on everybody. Here's all your 302s. I'm going to show them. When you see the video, take a screenshot and read these. Then tell me if he ratted or not.
Yeah, we got all the paperwork right here.
Here you go. He was hanging with. They tried to set Don King up. Him and Al Sharpton, that other rat. Al Sharpton's been a rat for 50 years. Here's all the 302s. Their words, the FBI's words, not mine. I ain't making this up. These are from 1980 something, right? What's it say? 89.
Yeah, 1989.
89. Yeah. Here's all the stuff. So we're gonna put them up on the thing and screenshot them and read them. And then you tell me if he's not a rat.
We're going to post everything. We have all the paperwork and things.
It's all from the FBI. It's ain't from me.
Billy Luna.
Franzese, now he found God. They all found God. You didn't find, when you were robbing the government out of gas money, you didn't find God. You didn't go to church and give them the money. You were a tough guy walking around New York.
Sammy the Bull. He ended up getting 5 years. He cooperated against a bunch of mafia bosses, taking the stand whenever they wanted to in order to achieve that.
Well, he got 5 years. He killed 18 people. You do the math. What do you get? In 3 months of murder. You get more for drunk driving, right? You get more for drunk driving. 3 months. 3 months of murder you got. The way these fucking low-life rats, Sammy the Bull dresses, they dress like hobos. I never seen nothing like it in my life. Wait till you see this outfit. How do people come out? He's a bum. He's worse than a bum. Look at these three bums. Look at these outfits. I know homeless people dress better than that. The guy in the blue suit, I don't know who the he is. He's got to be another rat.
Let me tell you who the guys standing with Sammy in this photo are. The tallest one is Gene Borrello, a Bonanno associate who turned rat. This is a current photo of Gene taken near West Hollywood. The other guy is Anthony J. Arillotta. Anthony J. Arillotta was an alleged Genovese family capo from Springfield, Massachusetts, turned government rat. Arillotta killed his mentor, Adolfo Big Al Bruno, and Arillotta's brother-in-law, Gary D. Westerman, before he turned rat. This is something that Arillotta has in common with Sammy the Bull Gravano. Both rats killed their brother-in-laws. Sammy killed his wife's little brother, Nick Sciabetta.
Sammy the Bull admitted to killing 19 people.
Right.
One of which is actually his brother-in-law.
Vlad mentioned about Sammy the Bull Gravano killing his brother-in-law as one of the 19 people he killed. Sammy the Bull Gravano murdered his own brother-in-law, Nick Sciabetta, then coldly attended Sciabetta's funeral. Sammy the Bull's victim, Nick Sciabetta, just 22 years old when his life was snuffed out, was Sammy Gravano's wife, Deborah's brother. Gravano, who planned and executed the brutal murder of Sciabetta, coldly attended the young man's funeral, where only the hand of Sciabetta was present in the casket, a macabre reminder of the heinous crime. A hand was all that was left of Nick Sciabetta after Sammy's handiwork. The 22-year-old Nick Sciabetta, Sammy Gravano's brother-in-law, marked the second of 19 confessed killings by Sammy the Bull Gravano. Allegedly, the family dog discovered one of Sciabetta's arms and brought it home, a morbid twist in an already nightmarish tale. Even Gravano's own wife, Deborah, purportedly remained in the dark about her husband's involvement in her younger brother's murder until Sammy the Bull's trial.
The guy in the blue suit, I don't know who the he is. He's got to be another rat. Inside his suit, it says, "No smoking. Suit is flammable. He'll go right up in flames." As I scrolled down on the picture, I seen these fucking shoes. I can't believe this. They got to be hand-me-downs from Witsack. They're probably Phil Leonetti shoes.
Joey talks about Phil Leonetti, Crazy Phil. Let me tell you a little bit about him. Philip Crazy Phil Leonetti was the underboss of the Philadelphia Cosa Nostra family, allegedly under his uncle, Nicodemo Little Nicky Scarfo. In 1989, Phil became a rat and testified against his uncle. Crazy Phil served only 5 years in prison for confessing to 10 murders. Then you slap him down and you say, I don't entertain lying rats. And then now that you're not a good guy, they don't like you anymore.
Yeah. They're all hypocrites.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it tonight. We're gonna post after the show, Snuff. My favorite show ever is The Scent of a Woman. Al Pacino makes the greatest speech ever. I want to post it on Instagram. Listen to the fucking words. The greatest speech ever.
I want to post that tonight.
They should all listen to it.
100%.
Joe is referring to a scene in the 1992 movie Scent of a Woman. The great Al Pacino plays the character Frank Slade, a blind, retired U.S. Army lieutenant colonel. Here is a little taste of the great scene that Joe is referring to.
But not a snitch. What is your motto here? Boys, inform on your classmates. Save your hide. When the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay. You're building a rat ship here. A vessel for seagoing snitches. If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place. He won't sell anybody out to buy his future. And that, my friends, is called integrity. That's called courage. Now that's the stuff leaders should be made of.
For sure.
Bill, I got a question for you.
What's that?
So a lot of people are asking, how did you start your YouTube channel, number one?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you want to get into this genre, number two? Because I think the genre is completely dead. Our show took it to another level, which we're totally the opposite of everyone else, clearly, as everybody can see, from the sports athletes to musicians to celebrities to who our producer used to be, everything in general. What made you get into this?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I was really into crime stories and Greek mythology and stories. I'm primarily a writer, and that's where I kind of came from. This is just something that fascinates me, man. I feel like it's like these kind of stories are like, it's an anti-hero story. And I think that it's almost like a modern kind of gun story where when times get like, when you don't trust the government, because like there's this, certain things that people don't understand is that there's like a second government because you can't trust the government. And when there's times when corruption's really on the rise, I think that there's a hunger for the anti-hero because this is a man who defines his own world and lives by his own rules. And that's something people envy. And I think that's part of the whole attraction to the archetype and the genre.
Yeah.
You were talking about some stuff like you were talking about, the government, in the way that the government, if they want you, they're going to get you, fair or not, period, right? And, you were talking about Alec Baldwin and Rust, and now it's just come out, like you were mentioning that a few weeks back, and then now it's come out, I think, yesterday, that there's kind of like, I don't know if it's prosecutorial misconduct, but there's some shit going down.
No, they fucking lied. Listen, he's not my cup of tea. He's a fucking liberal. I can't stand him, but, I mean, they fucking framed the guy. I mean...
Yeah.
They hid the evidence, and they know it. They want to. It's a mistake, and I know a mistake. That's what should be changed. If they fuck around, they want to fuck around and put me in jail. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I win, you go, motherfucker. See how you like it.
Yeah.
Right. It's because that would be fair. That's a fair game, but I don't think they like a fair contest. You
want to come in, you want to rat all you want, but you don't get no time cut. You could come in and you could say anything you want about me, but you still get life. There'd be none of them would rat.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Believe me, it's all fucking scam.
Oh yeah. It's corrupt. This thing kind of goes way back where it's like you can't trust the government. You never could, but you can't. I think now more than ever, and I think that's why people look for rugged individualists that kind of define their own reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at Kamala Harris. They were going to kill a guy. She talks all that stuff. She loves blacks. She put more blacks in jail than anybody. But forget about that. A guy was on death row in L.A. She hid the paper that the guy was innocent. She had it for years. The judge ordered her to release it. If he didn't order her to release it, the guy would have been dead. They were going to give him the lecture chair in California. And they want to talk like she's a nice person. Get the fuck. She put 1,500 people in jail for smoking pot, and she admitted to smoking pot, laughing. Yeah, I smoke pot.
Times have changed on that.
She Joe Biden the other night. They freed the hostages, right?
Yeah.
From Russia. So they freed them. Him and Harris went and meet them. They did the interview. They shook everybody's hand, whatever. He walked back. He went on the wrong airplane. He went on the hostage airplane. Nobody was on it.
He's hopping on JetBlue.
No, he went on the wrong plane.
There's a question here that I wanted to bring up that somebody just said. What about men's volleyball? There's a child rapist who served time in prison. He was 19 and repeatedly raped a 1-year-old girl, and he's still in the Olympics.
The 12-year-old girl, too, he admitted. He got on the stand and admitted. He got fucking here or whatever. I got 2 years for making a bet. He raped the fucking 1 and the 12-year-old girl. He's got special privileges. He got his own way to go in. The Olympics are a disgrace.
Yeah, no, it really is.
I never watch them. And they say, oh, you can't say that at the athletes. I want to go in the Olympics. They don't need it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big Olympic head. I'm more of an NFL guy. What do you guys think about the upcoming NFL season?
I love sports, but I mean, you got to on your fucking team. Admit it. Got on the stand. Say, yeah, I raped her. I raped a 1-year-old kid.
Sick.
That's the worst. That's got to be the worst.
They love it. Oh, you shouldn't talk about him. No, I shouldn't talk about him. His balls should be cut off. What do you mean I shouldn't talk about him?
Yeah, man. That's well, that's how it goes behind the gates. It's usually karma catches up with somebody like that, right?
Oh, yeah, God don't like ugly.
Somebody just sent $20, Joe. He said, I had a trial recently with everything on the line. I was very nervous. I thought about Joey's trial, and when I was walking in the courtroom, I said to myself, man up like Joey Merlino did in his trials, and I won that shit, he said.
I hear you, my brother. God bless you.
That's right, Joe. Joseph.
That's what I'm talking about.
But talking about the NFL, Bill, you asked me. I've been saying it. I'm betting. Of course, we're from Philly, so you always think the Eagles are going to make it to the Super Bowl. But I'm going with Green Bay winning the Super Bowl or Houston, either one.
Houston's looking good, man. Houston with Stroud, he looking amazing. I mean, obviously we always want the Eagles to do well. Yeah. Do you want to hear my bold, really controversial prediction that's held over from last year?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where you guys stand on this, but I had a prediction for last year. My prediction was this. When Aaron Rodgers got to the Jets before the season started, my prediction was this. He was going to A, suck, B, blame others, and C, quote unquote, get hurt. Just because, the last time he played, he was not good. He hasn't been good for a long time. And he played and they were doing really badly and they were going to lose the game and he hurt his hand. Ow! He hurt his hand. Patrick Mahomes is limping through 3 games to the Super Bowl. This guy had an ouchie. I'm going to keep my prediction. Now, this is crazy, but check this out. Aaron Rodgers will A, suck, B, blame others, and C, become quote unquote injured. Yeah. Mark it down. I just want to briefly qualify my prediction about Aaron Rodgers for this season in the NFL playing for the Jets. And my prediction is a holdover from last year. But my prediction could not come to fruition last year because Rodgers had the bad Achilles injury in the first drive of the first game of the season. But I'm sticking with my prediction for this season. So mark it down. As I mentioned to Joe and Snuff, Aaron Rodgers will A, suck. He will play poorly. Then he will B, point his finger and blame others like he always does. And then he will C, exit the season with a quote unquote injury. Kind of like the last time Rodgers played in a Green Bay uniform and they were losing the game badly. Rodgers blamed others. He then left the game with a non-NFL injury of his hand, a previous injury that he claimed was a non-NFL injury, but he hurt his hand. Aaron Rodgers has not been good for many years. I never understood why Stephen A. Smith of ESPN has for years and years called Aaron Rodgers that bad man. Rodgers has not played well in quite some time. I will give Rodgers credit for the year that he won his only Super Bowl. But the other years in which Rodgers won the MVP and then played poorly and lost early in the playoffs, you will all see the real Aaron Rodgers. This guy ain't no Tom Brady. The two of them are, in fact, light years apart. Brady was the best to ever do it. Rodgers won 1 Super Bowl, then was highly overrated for years. Because of his predilection for pointing his finger and blaming others, I believe this makes Rodgers a bad teammate and a douchebag, in my opinion. But what I want to qualify, though, is that the Jets are currently a great team. Their coach, Robert Saleh, is awesome. Their defense is solid. If they had spent their capital on an amazing up-and-coming quarterback rather than the insanely overrated and past his prime Aaron Rodgers, I would actually pick the Jets to go deep into the playoffs, if not all the way to the Super Bowl. The good news is for the Jets that Rodgers' backup, Tyrod Taylor, is pretty damn good. And when my prediction comes to pass about Rodgers sucking, bowing out, or getting benched, we will all get a chance to see Taylor play. And that kid's pretty damn good. Getting rid of Rodgers was the best thing for the Green Bay Packers. Stay tuned for more football talk because I am obsessed with NFL football and I'm pretty good at picking winners. As you all know, I'm an Eagles fan, so fly, Eagles, fly.
I think Cincinnati's going to be there. If that kid was hurt all year. If that kid was
great,
they're going to be there.
Burrow's incredible.
He really is.
What about Philly, though? What are your thoughts about Philly?
Up to the quarterback. If he plays like he played this year, then he got no shot.
Yeah.
He played horrible. He played horrible this year.
Have you ever seen a team? I've never, ever seen a team go from number one, the strongest team in the NFL, directly to zero. And, just a foregone conclusion. They're going to lose a playoff game. Like we knew that weeks before.
They were 11 and a half games. The total was 11 and a half, for the season. They were 11-1. All they had to do was win one game. They had to play the Giants, the Cardinals, all bum teams. They lost every game. That's got to be the biggest collapse, bad beat ever.
Oh, man. It was ugly.
Bill, what do you think about this new kickoff shit? The two teams line up. There's a box. You got to kick it from the 20-yard line to the goal line. If it goes out of the box and kick it in the end zone, they get the ball on the 40. They want them to score. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody can run until the guy catches the ball.
I'd say no. I'd say keep it the way it is. I
understand about the onside kick. So they took away the onside kick. You can only onside kick in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, yeah.
Kick, you ain't supposed to tell nobody when you're doing it.
I don't like that. I'd like to keep both those rules the same.
Why can't we leave everything alone?
Yeah, they just fuck everything.
Like for no reason, they keep switching things for no reason.
Saquon Barkley is a beast. What an acquisition for the Eagles.
I think Barkley, if they make him into a Philadelphia Eagle, because I think he's great. I really do.
He's a three-down back. He's a three-down back. He could catch that. He's good.
Pound the ball with him. Just pound it with Barkley. They should be great.
Quadzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's good. He's an animal.
Yeah, for sure.
That's our man Danny's boy.
Yeah. Danny, that's our guy right there.
The thing about what we're talking about with the rule change before, football is to me the quintessential modern sport, and I feel like that they have that stuff so worked out right now. Why do you have to mess with it that much? Leave it alone. If something really needs, if it's a safety issue, okay, but if it's not, it's good right now, right?
What do they say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Exactly. Don't fuck it up. Do we curse on here? Do you guys still curse on here? I don't know.
That guy had a restaurant. You couldn't get in it. He was making millions of dollars. He wanted to close it and make it a big fucking joint went under.
Yeah.
Just the way it is. You're doing good.
Somebody said it's all for gambling purposes. They're right.
Well, it's for the
okay. Yeah.
They want scoring. All they want is scoring. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't try to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, there's no need for it.
It's funny, Joey, when you look at this shit, the NFL, all the professional sports are so involved with the leagues now. Back in the day, that was out of, you'd have to go to a book room to do that. And that was, people were doing time, but now it's like times have changed, Yeah.
Times have changed. Everything what my family and me went to jail for is legal.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
I went to gambling. I didn't go to jail for pot. Georgia Morano did 33 years for pot. You could buy it in 7-Eleven.
Anyway.
Exactly.
Lottery numbers. How about the money they make on the lottery?
Insane.
Right.
Insane. The lottery you hit for $1 billion, you get $200 million. That means the lottery is $2 billion. They keep all the money.
They keep all the money. Look at this guy. Jimmy Graham said, nobody talks about us. We keep bringing them back up, and we only talk about them for their numbers. My man, if you ain't watching, their numbers blow every one of their numbers out of the water. I don't know if you're brain dead or just stupid. You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't even waste your time talking. He's probably not around. It's probably one of them.
It's probably, you know what it is? It's probably Franzese.
Yeah,
it's probably his burner account. It's his burner account.
And wait, this is the best thing. Ready? 2 people. They got 1 million subscribers. The other one's got a little bit over 1 million subscribers. They both don't get more than 20,000 views on their videos. They're bought. They're fake.
Oh yeah, they're fake. There's so many
Nobody
people.
understands that yet.
Yeah, so many people have fake numbers. They have fake subscriber numbers. They have fake view numbers. That is rampant. You know, yeah, you look at that. Look at the engagement. Look at how it goes. And I'll tell you right now, it's so relative. Also, the algorithm is not all about subscribers anymore. Like your channel, right. You guys are way hotter than any of those other channels right now. Guaranteed. And what that guy just said, though, this is a different topic. Like, you keep talking about them. Shut the fuck up. What are you saying? Are you watching? What, are you watching anything? Those guys talk about you endlessly. Every single one of them. We could talk here for 10 hours about the shit they talk about you every week.
Yeah, that's all they do is talk about them.
It really is.
Jealousy's worse than cancer. I don't give a fuck about them.
Exactly. They want to be you. But just like Kendrick Lamar said to Drake, they ain't like us.
Right. Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, they talk about the same shit. The same people are tired of hearing about the stories from 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You got nothing to talk. They can't go nowhere. They can't. You think they go to Wildwood?
No.
Oh, come on.
Like what's his name? The fuck's that guy? Chicklets.
Yeah. Dom.
Like he went back. Yeah, he went back. He was outside Times Square for 3 seconds. He can't go in the Bronx. He can't go to Rayo's and eat. He can't go to Rayo's and eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go back, go there, go eat. Go.
If they could go anywhere,
go to Arth Avenue, go eat.
Yeah,
go
exactly.
There. I mean, they can't go.
I guess they don't see what's going on. That we do podcasts in restaurants, businesses.
We go everywhere.
Everywhere.
We just don't say it. We do it. You see, they ain't fake.
They do podcasts in bunkers with law enforcement.
We're everywhere, and they're never here.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah. Exactly. And they want to see, that's the thing, but they won't stop talking about you because they want to be you. They desperately want to be, because you know deep down the mentality, the rap mentality, you know they hate themselves. You know that they would have, and back in the day, think of how they would have regarded themselves. They hate themselves. They want to be like you because, you know, you're different. You're a stand-up guy. They're not.
I got my Gigi with me.
Oh, look at Pooch Potch.
The best.
Is that an Ewok?
No, what the fuck's an Ewok?
What's an Ewok?
From Star Wars, those little creatures.
No, this is Shih Tzu.
Ah, nice.
My dog's at home. I got the bulldog at home. He's sleeping.
Oh yeah, what kind of bulldog? The American bulldog?
No, English.
British. Oh, I love that big head. I love those dogs.
Somebody asked me one time, "How you spell Shih Tzu?" I said, "Shit and zoo." The fuck.
Bill, tell everybody where they can go find your content out.
You can find me on YouTube, Billy Luna, at Billy Luna. If you just Google it, you'll find Billy Luna, but you'll see my YouTube if you put it into YouTube. That's my main thing is YouTube. I just started all the other shit. But yeah, primarily YouTube. And then I'm getting everything else going. But if you just Google it, you'll find me or put it into YouTube.
Yeah, good.
They're fucking idiots. Listen, they can talk all the shit they want. They're dying to be us. That's what killed them.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
They look in the mirror and they know what they are. They know they're trash. The family hates them. Everybody hates them.
Mm-hmm.
They hate themselves. That's the weird thing. Like, you know that. Like, you know, they can talk a big game and they can say this and they can say that, but they hate themselves.
Somebody asked for Sonny was.
They asked for Sonny was, Joe.
He's here. I can't pick him up. 50 pounds.
What is he? What kind is he?
Golden Doodle, miniature Golden Doodle.
I love those guys. They're great.
Yeah, Billy Luna, he went to Temple, you know, Snuff.
Yeah, I know, he's Temple.
Straight out of Philly.
Straight out of Philly.
North Philly.
Yep.
Joe, somebody asked if Deco nightclub's still around. It's been a minute.
No, Deco.
No, right?
I was in there
a long time ago.
I went there opening night. I left 10 minutes later. A fucking cab drove right through the place. The guy's sneaker got caught on the gas, but drove right through the fucking place.
Yeah.
I got blamed for some crazy shit. They blame me. They blame me for everything. They told about me with this fighting Chicky and Pete. I got to do. I'm in Florida.
Guy's 1,500 miles away.
That's that Uncle Fester looking motherfucker from Detroit.
Bill, we want to thank you for coming on. Next time we do it again, we'll bring you back on. And me and Joe, we're just going to talk about some more stuff and we'll go from there.
And
that sounds good, fellas.
We'll see you in California soon.
Yeah, these guys have some big. We got some big stuff cooking out here in LA with the Skinny. So look out for it, everybody. You be well, brothers. Talk to you soon. Take care.
He's a good man, Billy.
Yeah, very good. Make sure you go subscribe to Billy Luna's channel.
I made a bold prediction about how Aaron Rodgers would fare in the upcoming NFL season in his highly anticipated role as a New York Jets quarterback. Now, the prediction that I made on the skinny was the exact same prediction that I made before the beginning of the last NFL season, in which Rodgers was knocked out with a knee injury during the fourth play of the first game of the season. The prediction that I memorialized on the Skinny podcast was that Aaron Rodgers would A, suck, B, point fingers at others, and then C, become, quote, injured. I said, quote, injured because we have seen games in the past when Rodgers played with Green Bay in which he played poorly and in which there was no chance of winning. Then Rodgers got a supposed boo-boo on his hand and abandoned his teammates and left the game. I believe that if the New York Jets had started Tyrod Taylor for most of this season, rather than starting the ridiculously overpaid and overrated Aaron Rodgers, that the Jets would be making the NFL playoffs right now instead of vying for the worst record in the league. This notion was supported in the Jets' recent blowout loss to the Buffalo Bills. Rodgers was benched when the Jets were losing to Buffalo 40-0. Tyrod Taylor came in late in the game, and within a few minutes, he threw for 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion.
Billy Luna.
Why Aaron Rodgers is currently allowed to go on the Pat McAfee show and actually be paid to appear is beyond me. Not only is he a washed-up has-been, but he has the on-camera presence and personality of a block of wood. Rodgers is mumbly and arrogant. He's not funny, charismatic, nor interesting in any way. ESPN, get him off the air immediately. It's a difference between Rodgers and guys like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. Brady and Manning owned up to mistakes. Rodgers, he makes excuses. He points fingers. He gets people fired. He did it in Green Bay, and then he did it with the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers should not even be put in the same paragraph with the likes of Brady or Manning, especially Brady, the greatest football player of all time. Rodgers couldn't carry Brady's jockstrap. As Rodgers' skills deteriorated with age, his toxic leadership was laid bare. He's not the guy to rally a team for a comeback. He's not even the guy who can fire up his teammates with some tough love yelling. Instead, he looks like he's rehearsing his post-game excuses before the game is even over. Despite the Jets pulling out all the stops, giving Rodgers a $112 million contract with $75 million of guaranteed money, and then trading for one of the best wide receivers in the league, Rodgers' old teammate Davante Adams, Rodgers has been a train wreck, and he has pulled his whole team down with him. In a word, Rodgers blows. Rodgers' quarterback rating is in the basement of the NFL and the lowest of his career. Even though the Jets invested so much in Rodgers, they're no better than they were with a decade's worth of mediocre Jets quarterbacks. Watching Rodgers throw in traffic, overshoot receivers, and get picked off as the Jets lose to one NFL team after another has been one of the most entertaining storylines of this season. And as former Jets quarterbacks like Sam Darnold, Joe Flacco, and Geno Smith thrive elsewhere, it only makes Rodgers' decline that much sweeter. Others may say, but what about Rodgers' other league MVP awards? What I say is, what good is an MVP award when you play a horrible game in the first round of the playoffs and get your team knocked out? I think that is actually worse. In the NFL, it's not about regular season MVP awards. It's about Super Bowl victories. Plain and simple. Stephen A. Smith referred to Aaron Rodgers as that bad man for so many years in which Rodgers just sucked. I never understood that. Aaron Rodgers has not played well since 2021. Not sure if you've looked at the calendar, but it's now 2025. He has not been that bad man for many years, and he never will be again. The only thing that could make any of this sweeter would be for douchebag Aaron Rodgers to go out with a butt fumble.
Billy Luna.
Recently, the former New York Jets head coach Rex Ryan, who is interviewing to take over his former role, said that if he lands the job, he will, quote, put an end to the Aaron Rodgers country club. Ryan appeared on ESPN New York Radio and ripped Karen Rodgers for skipping the Jets' mandatory minicamp last June to take a vacation in Egypt. Ryan said, quote, clearly, when you have a guy that doesn't show up for mandatory minicamp, and, by the way, he's your quarterback coming off an injury, I think that's an absolutely ridiculous message you send to the team. Ryan said that if he comes back as the Jets head coach, things would be different. If he's back, it ain't going to be the country club, show up whenever the hell you want to show up. That ain't going to happen. I'll just leave it at that, Ryan said. In terms of Rodgers getting injured, stay tuned. I predict that Karen Rodgers will come out in the next few weeks and say that he was injured during the season and use that as an excuse as to why his play was terrible. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Billy Luna channel and hit the notification bell. Share with your friends and follow us on social media. Links in the description.
Billy Luna. Please subscribe to the Billy Luna channel and like the video. Thank you.